This video has been sponsored by TapTap Send. Sending money to Nepal has never been easier. With TapTap Send, enjoy great rates, zero transfer fees, and lightning fast transfers. Up to 90% of transfers are completed within first 5 minutes. That's right, download TapTap today using our link below and start sending money the smart way. Look at that, guys, tap, 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 and the money is sent.
Well, Mama always says don't play with fire, but I guess today is different.
Okay, right after that, now we're gonna try the egg.
Some fire, right?
Wow.
Okay, all right. I'm allowed to use two hands.
No, that is
like,
great. You're allowed to do that.
Jen's a pro. Jen's like the one-hand guy, you know. I'm so happy right now. This is great, man.
I went to the greatest place that you could ever think of. I came back and then I went there again. Oh. I would eat this for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for supper, and for after supper. And I don't know if you guys do second breakfasts, but I do.
What would you rate Nepali food versus Malayan food? Which one's better?
Do you want a diplomatic answer or do you want a...
The truth.
Hi everyone, my name is Jenn. I'm from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and I got to Boston in 2012 for school. Graduated Berklee College of Music, and I'm currently a music educator, a music performer, a piano player, and I'm currently in West Roxbury.
Hi everyone, I'm David. I'm also from Malaysia and I also live in Boston. I've been here about 10 years. Also a musician, also a piano player. And I'm looking forward to try some awesome Nepali food today.
Today we will take you to some food drive. It's going to be Newari cuisine drive. We also call it Newa cuisine back home. This particular cuisine is packed with flavor, comes with a big cultural representation, and it's got a perfect occasion and celebrations to it. What do you think, you guys ready?
Yeah, love me some flavor.
All right, let's get into it. And before we get into the show, we have a very special little act we have to do. Since we're trying a Newari food, we have a special hat for you both.
Okay.
So we're gonna
okay.
wear that,
Special hat.
And I hope you look like a Newari when we do that.
All right, sure.
And we have a little garland. It's a red garland, and in Newari community, when we ever try this food, we have this black hat, we call it topi, Bhat Gaule topi, and this red ribbon that goes around your neck. It's just a cultural definition of those two.
Is this correct?
Ooh.
That's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
you did it right.
So this section, we have a two food section here. The first one section, we're gonna call it Sagun. There's a beautiful cultural practice in Nepal, which we call it Sagun. That means good luck.
Sagun.
Sagun.
Sagun, yeah. That means good luck or auspicious Subha Sahib. So what happens is, you're going for an interview, it's your birthday, you're going for a big project, you need some kind of good luck. So in our Newari culture, we give something called Sagun. So that's like a good luck to start with. In our culture too, we take guest as our god. So, God gets everything first. So you two are our guests at NEWCHI TV studio. So we're gonna start Sagun from you guys. What do you think?
Okay.
All right, let's
bring it on. Let's go.
Sagun, Jen.
Sagun, David.
Man, all right. Let's see what's coming.
So just to touch on the Newari culture, Nepal comes with a lot of diversity. We have about 125 different ethnic groups and castes officially recognized by Nepalese government. And each of these groups has its unique own cultural practices, languages, and tradition, okay? So the Newari people, also known as Newars, are an ethnic group indigenous to Kathmandu Valley in Nepal. They are known for their rich cultural heritage and historical significance in the region. And the Newar have a unique identity shaped by their language, religion, festival, music, dance, and architecture. So it's a lot of heavy cultural richness we bring, and a part of different ethnicity group we have is a Newari. So we have Sagun in front of you guys, okay? 5 items.
You can't wait.
You're looking at 5 items, and the little jar over there on the right side is called Ailaa. Okay?
Ailaa.
So what is Ailaa? You want to pour that, see how it works. So you want to pour maybe a couple.
Do I hold it from here?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's got a little
There
like
you go.
bird on top. It's nice.
Okay.
So that's a beverage prepared, by distillation of fermented ingredients such as rice, grains, and millet.
So this is alcoholic.
Is this what I think it is?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Is it like rice wine? Something like that?
Sometimes it's rice, sometimes millet. But on that jar, on the top of the neck, there's a little hole. You see that hole?
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So when you pour it, if you close that hole, the pour is gonna stop. That's the idea.
Ah.
Oh.
So that's why you hold it like this.
Yeah. Right. So if you hold that hole, they should
Oh,
stop.
wow.
There you go.
Well, the question
Look
is,
at that.
do I want the pour to stop though? That's. All right. Yeah. Cut him off. Here we go. This is cool. I want one of these for my
Wow. This
kitchen.
Yeah.
Great.
So the 5 items over there, it's got some meaning to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the one you just poured is called Ailaa. That's the Roxy.
Okay.
And that represents fire, or it's called Agni Tattva, okay? So that represents fire.
Fire. This
Yeah.
is fire.
That's
Right.
a fire. So on that, the food container on the right side of it, you will see choila, meat. See a little piece of meat over there?
Ooh. This one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right here.
Yeah, that represents earth,
Earth.
or prithvi in our language. And there should be a little piece of fish there. Do you see it?
Water.
Yes, sir. So that
Okay.
represents water.
I see how this works.
Yep.
Water, you got it. Water, and it's also called jal tattva. All right, and you see a little round circular pancake on the bottom of that thing there.
Okay.
Yeah, and we call that bara, and that's a representation of akas, which is akas tattva, it's a sky. And the round thing on top, that's egg. And we call it wegu tattva. Okay, those are the 5 elements.
This
And
egg looks like it's deep fried.
it is. We boil it and we deep fried it.
Wow.
And there might be some seasoning on top of it, just a little salt. Yeah. So there's a meaning of it. On our Hindu and Nepalese Newari philosophy, those 5 elements constitutes the universe. So universe are made of those 5 elements. So reason we start our Newari meal with Sagun and good luck is because of those all representation. Okay?
Okay.
What do you think? Give it a try?
Let's
Okay.
do it.
All right, let me guide you through. So the first
Yes.
thing first is we're gonna seep that Ailaa.
Okay. So we start with fire.
Yes, start with the
All
fire.
right. Well, Mama always says don't play with fire, but I guess today is different.
Well, let's see what happens. So is it a sip or a shot
Just
or
a sip. Just a sip.
Just a sip? All right,
Just a
we're
sip.
going easy. Yeah, it's a family-friendly show.
Okay, right after that, now we're gonna try the egg.
It's on fire, all right. Woo. There's a little sweetness to it in the aftertaste. Actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. All right,
Next one is the egg.
do we eat the whole egg?
No, we take a little bite.
Oh, everything's just in little bites.
Just
Just a taster.
The first
Okay.
one is a little bite, then we'll finish everything afterwards.
All right,
so we gotta
all right.
touch that 5 element.
All
So let's take a bite of the egg, and right after the egg, we gotta do the Ailaa.
Oh, there's like fire in
Yeah,
between everything.
Yeah. Fire between everything.
I like
yeah.
it. I don't want to clap, but
So
do it again.
after the egg, you take another sip.
Yes, sir. There's many benefits and many reasoning why we do this kind of cuisine. Now we're gonna try the fish.
Okay.
When we try the fish, you want to try the head first. So in
Yeah.
our culture, head means enemy. You want to get rid of enemy.
Oh, really? In our culture, what does the head mean? It's just the tastiest part of the
I mean,
fish.
true. I just eat it.
Oh, this is good.
It's great.
And remember to sip the Ailaa in between the bites.
Oh, in between bites.
Yeah.
In between bites. So I just took 2 bites and that's wrong.
So now you need to do 2 sips. There we go.
And right after that, we're gonna try the bara, the circular pancake. It's made out of lentil.
Lentil.
Oh, yeah,
all right.
black.
Love me some lentil cake.
Sometimes it's black lentil, sometimes it's green lentil. So I'm assuming that's green lentil. What do you think?
Oh, this is killing. It's so good.
Good flavors. I like the texture.
Don't forget the Ailaa. Sip, sip.
It's easy. I'm going back for more. Oh wow.
This reminds me of like ikan bilis.
Correct.
Ikan bilis is like anchovies, and back home we'll have like anchovies that are deep fried, and then you eat them as a snack. They're like smaller though. They're like smaller than
Maybe
this,
the size
right?
of sardines.
Yeah, is like a big version of that, but it's cool. Yeah.
The fried egg reminds me of this dish called Yong Tau Fu. It's a Chinese dish in Malaysia, and what they do is, so my grandmother would do the exact thing. She would boil the egg, then she would deep fry it, and then she would cut it in half, remove the yolk, and then put fish paste or, any kind of meat paste in there, and then she steams it and then serves it with a sauce. So this reminds me of that, and this brings me straight home.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great.
Is this customary to like cheers?
You say good luck.
You should. Good.
What's the
Okay.
I'm gonna teach you
Yes.
Newari. You're gonna say subhaya.
Subaya.
Yeah.
Subaya?
Subha. Yeah.
Subah.
Good wishes. Yeah.
Suba?
Subha. Subha.
Subah.
Pa. Pa.
Pa.
Ba.
Subah.
Subha.
Suba.
Okay, got it.
Suba. All right.
Subah.
Suba. We butchered that. Sorry, everyone. Tell me about this last thing we've not tried. This looks really interesting.
Yeah, that's a chuela. Chuela is a meat, so it's a buff meat. What we do is we grill them.
Oh, what animal is it? Sorry.
It's buffalo, water buffalo.
Water buffalo.
Yeah,
All right. There we
you
go.
don't find that in East Coast. I mean, you really have to go up north
Man.
for the water buffalo. So yeah,
Okay.
it's a delicacy per se, right? So we grill them, we charcoal them, and we season on
Sounds really
top of it. It might have some mustard flavor too as well. Give it a try.
All right. Well,
So do I eat the whole thing or should I take a bite?
No, whole thing. Let that explode.
Bro.
What do you think?
Wow. This reminds me of bakwa.
yes, that's true. It's a little fattier, a little chewier. Yeah. But we do have like a dried. Yeah, it's like bakwa is like a dried cured
What did you say? Is
meat.
it pakwa?
Like
Bakwa.
Yeah.
Funny.
Bakwa.
Yeah. So bakwa in Hokkien, Hokkien is a Chinese dialect, means meat and dry. So in Mandarin we call it 肉干. It's basically meat that's been ground up and marinated, and they're made into these flat sheets, right? And then you grill that on charcoal or whatever. Yeah, and it's basically jerky. Yeah, it's fermented first before it's grilled. So yeah, it reminds me of that, like same flavor profile. But because the meat is ground, it's probably not as chewy as this. Like,
Right.
it breaks apart a bit more easily. But this is so good.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's interesting how like I feel like a lot of like different cultures around the world, like we figure out how to smoke and preserve meat, and it's like it all kinds of it ends up like being the same or like similar sort of flavor like profile, like no matter where in the world you are,
Yeah, that's great. Do you try the Ailaa?
Oh yeah, we forgot.
okay.
Oh dear.
So you gotta take another sip before we finish it.
That should be a big sip because that was the last bite of the whole Sagun plate.
I didn't finish my fish though. Is that okay or?
If you like it, you should finish it.
I like the fish. All right, I'm gonna finish it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Cheers.
Subai.
Subai.
Right? Subai.
Yeah.
Really good. You're out. You gotta pour more for yourself.
Man. Glug, 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 glug. This is really cool. I really like this.
Yeah, I need one of these.
That thing is called auntie.
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 Ah.
Auntie.
All right, guys. So that was the Sagun.
Okay.
Now, next section, or next segment of the show is going to be a little heavier side.
Okay.
And this one's going to be a lunch kind of portion. And in Newari language, we call it Samay Baji.
Samay Baji.
You want to give it a try?
Sure. Bring it on. Wow.
Okay. All right.
Bro.
So,
right.
before we start that, I'm going to make you both pronounce a word here. Samay Baji. Can you do that?
All right. Break it down slowly.
Samaya
Samaya
Baji.
Samaya Baji.
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 Samaya Baji.
Samaya Baji.
So, Samay Baji is a traditional Newari lunch, right?
Okay.
Back in the days, we didn't have no lights, we didn't have no gas range or anything, so they had to do twice a cooking a day. One in the morning, one at night. And in the Newari community, a lot of people are farmers, and so they have to go to field to do farming. And they don't have containers to bring the food out, they don't have access to fire or whatever, so they bring the food, which does not need as much of a heating or as not much of a storing anything, so it's just good with the room temperature. So that's why you're looking in front of you is a Nepalese Samaybaji. And this thing is typically served during festivals, celebrations, and occasions, and it symbolizes good fortune, happiness, health, and a long life. Okay, the Newari community does service almost in all activity, in a very positive activity. So interestingly, it's not just the flavor we're talking about. It's like the whole traditional, whole value of it, the whole experience of eating Samay Baji. Now, what do you think? You ready to give it a try?
Yeah.
Sure. Well,
Alright.
question: should we still take a sip of this before
Yes,
we
so-
get into here?
As I mentioned earlier, Newari culture has Ailaa wherever you go, so it's connected to whatever we do.
Okay.
You know, Sagun, we need Ailaa. You know, Samay Baji, we need Ailaa. Dessert,
Okay.
maybe not as much.
Yeah.
Okay? So I would like you to, you know, give it a try. The way I try is, you know, kind of mix it up, whatever you feel it kind of works for you. So you want to make it explode in your mouth. With
Okay.
the bite, okay? Let's try each thing first.
Let's try
So-
this one.
All right, yeah.
And then-
and it will mix it.
And then we'll mix it up.
We'll mix it, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do
I
that.
like that. All right.
Let's do that.
Let's start with the meat, bro.
All right, the
Let's
meat.
start with
All right, let's go. This one?
So let me see. So okay, so that is the Troila.
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 Troila. That's called
Troila.
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 Troila. Yeah.
Troila.
Chuelo. Okay.
It might be a little spicy. Let me know. What are your thoughts?
Bro, my first thought was rendang.
Bro, same.
All right.
So
Oh, that's good.
Well-
Beef?
not quite rendang, but sambal.
Water buffalo. That's
Water
not-
buffalo, right? That's
same
true, right?
thing,
Water
yeah.
buffalo.
Actually, I completely forgot to tell you. In our culture, in Newari culture, we use hand to eat it.
We use our hands.
We use our hand.
Let's
to
do
eat
it. Yeah.
Let's
Why
do
are we
it.
using a fork?
Yeah, put
Let's
the
do it.
fork away. Look
Let's
at
do
that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we just tried the Troila. I'm gonna guide you through on this one, okay?
Okay.
Now we just did the Troila. Let's try the Chura. Chura is the white.
This one?
And-
This stuff?
Yes, please. And while you eat it, you want to pronounce that with me too. So you want to call it Chura.
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 That's great.
It's
Chura.
like white crunchy bits of.
Yeah, that's
it-
we call it bean rice.
Are we eating it on
This
its
is
own?
so interesting.
Yeah, because we eat rice in our culture,
Yeah.
but this is like a
The black ones are soybeans. You can give it a try too. Black ones are soybeans.
I've never had this before. So
That's called bhat mas. You want to give it a try?
The what?
Mas. Bhat mas.
which one?
The black one.
This one?
Yep.
okay.
And the little yellowish on the left side of the plate. Maybe towards the, yeah, you got it.
This stuff.
This
Yeah.
one?
No, the other ones.
Oh, this beans.
Yeah, that's called black eyed peas.
Black eyed peas.
There we go.
Yeah.
This is the part where you put a track on.
A lot of
Bam,
food on the
bam.
dish are boiled and then we saute them. So you know, you'll probably find a couple of different flavors that are a little crispy and also a little bit of soft in there. Okay.
And it's spinach, right?
Spinach, you got
All right,
it.
we try it, man. All right. I think I'm ready to combine stuff. Should we
Yeah, me
combine
too.
stuff?
And we got some potatoes. These are
Potatoes, yeah.
obviously sauteed in spices. And some onions. And
At this point,
Spicy
whatever you
curry
feel like
leaves.
doing, you want to mix it up, let us know.
Wait, no, is this ginger?
Yeah, so
This is ginger, bro.
the one you just tried, those
Right.
are potato salad. We call it achar. So you'll find radish there, some peas, some carrots, potatoes.
I can eat this thing all day long. It's so good.
Does that remind anything to you? Back
Yeah. So the first, all right, remind me, what do I call this again?
Troila.
Troila, the troila. This reminds us of, we both had the same reaction. It reminds us of beef rendang. So rendang is like a Malay, like traditional Malay, like I guess like a spicy beef, like dry curry.
Well,
Right?
You,
Or-
you can call it like spiced beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, but cooked in coconut milk.
Now it's time to become Newar. How about
Alright.
we use our hand and kind of mix it all
all
up,
of it.
give a
All
try.
right.
Just go in there.
Yeah, and don't forget the Ailaa. That's must. That's,
All
that's
right.
must.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's must.
Let's do one round and we'll
Okay.
mix it. All right, here we go.
Subha.
Sabai.
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 All right, here we go. Going in.
So you just go.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I love this. This is great.
I'm allowed to use two hands.
No,
Or
that
it
is great. You don't have to do that.
Jen's the pro. Jen's like the one hand guy, you know. Cause like let's get into let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. No, let's talk about it. So like traditionally in I guess in any of the Malaysian cultures where like you eat with your hand, you're supposed to just eat food with one hand because your other hand does a job that
I was gonna say something,
Yes.
something related to that. So in Newari culture, we use one hand, which
Yeah.
is the right hand. So this particular Samay
Yeah.
Baji, we kind of consume it after we worship the god. So in our culture, you're not allowed to go inside the temple and eat it. But this particular Samay Baji, you are okay to eat it there because your hand is pure. So your right hand is taken as a pure hand. So
That's
we're gonna
very
use-
interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna use one hand.
Right. We'll
Right
do.
hand, right
all right.
hand.
We'll do the right hand. Yes, because also because our left hand.
Unless
That's
spilling
right.
food onto the table.
Yeah, bro. No, but yeah,
All right, let's do it. Let's
Okay.
do it. I'm excited here.
man,
You know how to eat with your hands, bro?
bro. Like, I normally do my left hand to be honest because I'm left-handed, so I switch roles.
Okay.
So traditionally, I use my right hand for the other thing.
If you're left-handed, you can use your left hand.
All right, here we go. You can flip it in post. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
Ready? Ding, 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 ding.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Where did you go?
I'm so happy right now. This is great, man.
I went to the greatest place that you could ever think of. I came back and then I went there again. Oh, this is such an explosion of flavors. I really like how the achar and the choila comes through.
Did you find spicy or spice level you okay with it?
This is like normal.
This is pretty mild for
It's
us.
pretty mild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what is this thing?
It's,
It's like kind of beef jerky thing that was on like the other
Oh
side.
yes, that's a sukuti. It's a dry meat. Dry meat. So that's the way our ancestor used to, save food.
The achar also reminds me of. Sorry, I'm talking with a mouthful. But achar also reminds me of preserved vegetables, like Chinese preserved vegetables. Yeah.
There is something we use in that achar. It's I'm gonna have to pronounce that in Nepalese way. It's called lapsi.
Lapsi.
Lapsi. So that's like a citrusy kind of flavor. You only get it in Nepal. You don't get anything anywhere else. So these guys or whatever restaurant, they have it export to them and use it. So you find that a little different citrusy flavor on it.
So is lapsi a fruit?
It's a fruit, yeah.
It's a fruit. Okay.
So say Saturday night and we call you for dinner now. Would you try that food for dinner?
Yo, I would
Oh,
eat this
for
for
sure.
I would eat this for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for supper, and for after supper. And I don't know if you guys do second breakfasts, but I do.
man.
So, yeah.
10 out of 10. This is a win.
So good.
The rice here, like how do I call it?
Chura.
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 The chura gives it a chura. It gives it a very interesting like texture, it like to the dish.
Did you guys realize what plate you're eating on?
Now I've been like looking at it like
Is this
It's-
banana
it's a-
leaf?
Yeah, it's a leaf plate. So our ancestor, of course, we can have a fork, spoon, or takeout plates or whatnot. So we use leaves to serve folks, and it got many benefits to it. Environmental benefit, and I'm sure there's a health benefit to it. But that's what traditional Samay Baji would be on, and that's what we thought we give an experience. So this one is called sal leaf, sal, S-A-L, sal leaf.
Sal.
Yeah. In Nepal, we call it salkopat. Salko. It's a big tree. It's pretty common in Nepal, and then that's easy. You don't need to spend money. So like a woman would go, the gentleman would go get the leaves, and woman would sit home and kind of like wave through the leaves and make a plate. I think you see a little bamboo stick to connect those leaves if you see on the bottom of the plate. So very organic from plate to the food.
right. So they'll take the leaf and mold it into a plate. That's a
No.
thing, or
They actually make it by hand.
oh,
So they
okay,
take
wow.
each leaf, they connect it, and to connect them, they use a little small bamboo,
Right,
bamboo
right.
stick in there.
Right. I'm trying to find the the map.
Right. That's where it connects. You see?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So one plate might have like 10 different leaves,
Right.
But you don't really eat the leaves though.
No, we don't. We don't. Yeah.
Right. This one is cheating though. That's a different kind of leaf. So
Bro, that's straight up paper.
there's a paper leaf. Yeah.
A little commercialized in America.
You do what you gotta do. We don't have the people
Yeah.
to come and painstakingly make a leaf plate for you, but no, we love it still. All right.
I concur.
All right, I'm gonna wait for you,
My other hand is dirty, so I'm using my left hand.
man.
I hope that's not disrespectful.
So in Nepal, when a woman get married,
Subai.
Subai.
it's believed that the guy will take care of their daughter for lifelong. So son-in-law, if you marry a woman, son-in-law gets a special treatment in Nepalese, the Newari household. And only son-in-law would get to try all these food very special.
Oh, okay.
He would be served food, he will try several different kind of food, and only if you're a son-in-law, you get to try all these different kind of food. And they are forced to drink Ailaa in Nepali home. So if you're married to a Nepali woman, you go to that house, be ready to drink Ailaa any given time.
Only if I'm a son-in-law, though.
That's right.
All right.
I can't stop.
This is great.
This is so good.
All right, low key though. All right. I know we said the spice was whatever, but it's kind of building. It's kind of like
It builds up.
it's similar to like how like spices back home. It's like you think it's not spicy, but like the more you eat, it's like it lingers, right? Oh, there's another course.
No.
I was like, wow.
Newari cuisine non-stop. Like, if we go for fiesta, like a real party, will be like 80 different kinds of food coming out. But I was gonna suggest you, when you pour Ailaa, we're gonna do a traditional Newari way. How's that?
Oh, let's do it.
We try a couple of times an American Malaysian way.
Yeah,
Let's give it a real Newari way of pouring Ailaa. How's that?
Okay,
Good?
I'm down.
We're gonna pour this Ailaa in a very Newari way. What you wanna do is you wanna get that little small cup.
But it's full.
Oh, you are full.
Well, have a little sip.
wait
Have a
for
little
you.
sip. Yeah.
We'll wait for you.
So
We're gonna hold that little cup.
Oh, the little cup. Do we keep a thumb like on the
You
hole?
don't have to now when you pour
Okay.
it. When you want to stop it, you're gonna hold it. Actually, you know what? Let's put that little cup on the table.
Okay.
Let's lift that jar.
Okay.
And from here, you go close to here first. All
Okay.
right. And you're gonna pour it and come upward with me.
Tarik.
All the way up
Te
top.
tarik.
All the way up top. All the way up top. There you go. Oh my God.
oh man, I was born to do this. All right.
That's beautiful.
Bro, that's called Ailaa tarik.
Yeah, that's right, man.
So there's this thing in Malaysia called te tarik. Tarik in English, translated literally, means pull. So it means pull tea, right? So whoever makes your tea will have two containers, right? One's empty, one's filled with tea, obviously. And he'll start from here, and then he'll pull the tea like this high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he'll do it, and then all the tea is gonna be in this container now. So he'll repeat the thing for like 5 or 6 more times. It makes a very creamy, very smooth texture. It's amazing. So that's what that reminded me.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Do you have anything similar like Ailaa back home?
Yes.
Oh, bro. What was that thing called? The rice wine that they make at home, like moonshine or something.
Yeah, but who? Because a few people.
But what's the name?
Which one?
We have a similar kind. We call it Chang.
Chang? Is it like Ella?
We know Chang as a beer,
Yeah.
like a beer from Thailand. But what are you talking about? Chang as in
Rice wine. So we make our own rice wine made out of rice.
okay.
So it is a beer.
Okay.
We didn't have like a distillery back then, so we make our own wine and we make our own scotch. Own scotch and own beer. So Chang would be the beer and the Ailaa would be our scotch. Whiskey, yeah.
Like someone maybe like 300-400 years back, someone might have just left a bunch of rice sitting in water in a container.
Right.
And they forgot about it. They came back in a month and they're like, I'm gonna drink this.
Exactly,
Oh, I feel great.
Yeah.
And that's how it came about,
Right.
probably.
No.
I have not studied this, so don't quote me
Yeah,
on this. okay?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, if you know, dear watchers, please leave a comment below on how rice wine is made. Thank you.
Comment.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's the Ella speaking. Man, and it's something about eating with your hands, it's like, I've not done this in a long time because, you don't do that in America. But, it's like, whenever you go to any, like, big gathering in Malaysia and, like, it's like Hari Raya or, or like, you just they serve you all this stuff and you put it on your plate and you eat it with your hands. You know?
Right? What do you think? If you were to use a spoon or fork, would that taste the same?
I don't think so.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about eating your hands. It's kind of like connecting with the food, right? You know, yeah, sure, your hands are dirty,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't care. You can wash it later, you know, but you're connecting with your food. You're touching it.
Now we move to our next section. You can continue eating. You can finish it. You know, you can finish
All right.
it.
Okay.
What's next?
Next, it's pretty easy. We'll be doing a shots. Couple more shots here. That's pretty easy. One.
Okay.
Like Ailaa shots. I don't know if I can do that.
All right. So this
All right,
is
yeah.
Refilled. What order is refilled?
You want to-
I'm pretty lit, bro.
Thank you very much for trying our Nepalese food, you two. This has been a great experience, but we'd like to hear from you. How was your experience? How was the Newari food?
15 out of 10. That was really, really good. Combination of flavors, textures, not too salty. Spice amount was just right, and it kind of builds over time, which motivates you to drink certain beverages, right? And yeah, it's a great time. I really love the achar. Nice amount of like sourness from the plum, and the choila was also really, really good. Yeah, water buffalo. I can't say I've had too much of those, but today I'm floored. All in all, I had a great experience. Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah. Man, everything Jen said, the food was great, drinks were great. You know, we talk about, rice wine. But also, I love the whole community aspect of, like people coming together for gathering and, having food and, it's communal and we're like having a great time. And I feel like that's something that Asian culture has, like we experience that a lot too. We get together, we'll cook a big meal together, people like come out, catch up, have a huge plate of different things, you mix it all up and then, you eat it all up and have a great time.
Yeah.
That's great. No, thank you. Thank you for being here. It's great, but I do have a couple more questions.
Yes.
Sure.
Before my questions, I was going to just mention Ailaa Restaurant, which is in Stoneham, Massachusetts, is a sponsor of all the food today. Newari food we tried is from Ailaa Restaurant in Stoneham.
Thank you, Ailaa. I have been to your restaurant once and I ordered like 3 momos and I finished it to my face. It was really, really good. Thank you for doing what you do.
All right, would you come back to NEWCHI TV if we have you come sometime next time
Yes.
in the future?
Anytime.
Definitely.
Yeah. Just
Super
let us
happy
know.
to be here.
And this one's gonna make it very personal, very odd question. What would you rate Nepali food versus Malaysian food? Which one's better?
Do you want a diplomatic answer or do you want a...
The truth.
I guess I could say there is no right or wrong, or there's no who's better. When food, like when the balance of flavors, right, gets to a certain standard, it is good food. And then it really depends, right? Like what you grew up with, what you're familiar with. Like, do you eat stuff like, duck meat? Are you familiar with
Chicken
organs, like that kind of stuff? So, like what I had today was amazing. It was 15 out of 10. I reiterate, it was 15 out of 10. It was so good. The flavors, the spices, you've got a good amount of fiber in there. You got a good amount of protein in there. You got some carbs in there. It's a very balanced meal, and I feel great. Yeah.
That was a good diplomatic
I think,
answer for you.
Yeah. So I think there's no competition, right? Like if you like a certain food, say you like it. If you don't like a certain food, say you don't like it. But no food has to be better than one another.
Yes.
Just like no music has to be one better than the other. Yeah. That's my opinion. Yeah. It's up to you, David.
Nothing to add. I think a lot of the food that you enjoy, like, kind of depends on like what your upbringing was. Those I'm pretty sure we grew up eating a lot of like weird stuff, and then with like, you know, like strict Chinese parenting, your mom would be like, oh, you don't like that? Well, if you're not gonna finish it, you're not gonna eat anything the rest of the night. So, you know, you kind of like, you learn to like try different things, and then, all right, if you really don't like it, then eventually like your mom's like, all right, I'm not gonna serve you like chicken feet or whatever. But on the flip side, you know, the more things you try and the more of an open mind you have with like different flavors and stuff, like it makes you appreciate how like all these different things that we eat. Like, for example, today, like I think we should be celebrating the similarities in our cultures and how like we've all come up with, you know, different ways to combine the flavors of like different spices and different like, you know, cured meats and vegetables. And, you know, I think the fact that the food that we ate today reminded us a lot of our own Malaysian food, I think that speaks volumes. So like how we're like, oh, we like, you know, we miss home and we miss good food, and this food reminded us of like
it's fascinating how culture kind of, you know, moves you in a different direction, and kind of how it brings together too.
Exactly.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Thank you both for coming here in NEWCHI Studio. It's been a pleasure having you here, and I hope you can spread some good words about Newari culture and hopefully share the experience here at NEWCHI TV to your friends and families. Thank you both so very much.
Yeah, definitely. But don't forget to like and subscribe below here.
Like that side, I think. Man.
Hey NEWCHI, thank you for watching us eat different Newari food. We hope you had a great time.
We hope we've made you hungry, and please comment below on anything else you'd like to see on the channel in the future.
Stay tuned to watch more fun content on NEWCHI TV.